In this video, I basically want to talk about landscape and design around basement windows and the reason why they're there. And some people don't really realize the reason why they are there. They are there to provide natural light to the basement, and they are there for ventilation if these windows actually open. Now, the ventilation is obviously one important factor for these windows, but the light seems to take precedence, seems to be the big deal. And you're going to see these on older homes more than newer homes. Seems like architects are getting away from, and home designers are getting away from using them because they really are kind of a hassle. And of course, now we have something called electricity, right? We can put some lights down there and use those instead of the natural lighting. If you're planning on using these in a new building, then you really should consider your landscape design, and that's the whole reason why I made the video. If you're going to plant large trees around the property or shrubs, hedges that are going to be blocking these windows, then why put them in? So think about your landscaping design as a new builder, whether or not you're going to install these things or not, and they can create some problems. I mean, these things are debris collectors. You know, I don't know how many times people will let their plants grow around them, which brings us to the second issue. If you have them in an existing house, I don't know how many times I'll see, these things are covered up and they're buried with debris. They're packed with leaves. They're at low points of the property already. The soil's usually above them. And they fill up with debris. Pretty soon the debris starts to decompose. And after a few years or decades in some cases, and I am not kidding, it'll rot out the entire window. I mean, I've seen these things where the glass is all that's left. The wood frame is gone. The glass is kind of just hanging in there, sitting on the debris. And that of course usually happens when someone goes in, and it's not that uncommon. They will simply build a wall over the window when they're remodeling the basement, and so you don't get to see the window from the inside anymore. But at the same time, you're not taking care of it from the outside. So if you have windows like these, think about the reason why they're there. If it is functional, keep the plants and the shrubbery away. Try to design it to where you can actually get some natural light in there. And if you're not concerned about the natural lighting, then you might consider removing the windows and sealing up the area, waterproofing it, so that you don't have to worry about them collecting debris. So just to go over the two main points of the video, if you're building a home, think about the landscaping design, whether or not these windows are going to be effective. If you have these windows, make sure that they are not collecting debris if you are not using them. And if you are using them, make sure that they are actually exposed and there is nothing covering them up like the plant we're looking at here in the picture.